all the best leaders that I know, they have one thing in common. They never stop learning. They don't assume they've got it all figured out. They don't rely on what they learned 10 years ago. They're always looking for new ideas, new frameworks, new ways to grow. And I've learned that firsthand. Growing up, education was a huge priority in my family. My mom has a PhD in special education, and her love for learning shaped so much of how I saw the world. But I didn't fully understand the power of intentional, lifelong learning until I stepped into leadership. And so let me tell you, I've probably spent more money on education after college than I did in the 4 years at a private university. But that investment, it's paid off in ways that I never could have imagined. I've joined masterminds, I've hired coaches, I've gone through countless number of courses, and I've listened to hundreds of audiobooks and podcasts. And every single one of those investments has shaped who I am as a leader and what we've built here at Texan Church. So I put together a simple framework to explain what I've learned. I call it the leadership growth stack. These are the 4 layers of lifelong learning that I believe every leader needs to lean into so that they can grow with purpose and lead with impact. So let's break it down. Layer 1 is books and podcasts. Look, this is the most affordable, accessible form of learning, and it's where my own journey really began. I remember being 16 years old when I first heard Zig Ziglar talk about Automobile University. The idea was simple. If you're gonna be in a car anyways, then you should use that time to grow. And so I've actually been doing that ever since. If I'm driving, I am listening to something that makes me better every single time. And you can learn decades of someone else's experience in just a few hours through an audiobook. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You just need to absorb and then apply and then repeat. So set a goal to read or to listen to one leadership book every month. Pick one idea and then put it into action. And then over time, that knowledge compounds. That's how momentum builds. And for me, layer 2 is coaching and mentors. Books are great, but they're one way. So sometimes you need someone who knows your journey and can speak directly to your situation. I used to lead from a very transactional mindset. I would tell my team what to do, and then they would do it, and then I would tell them the next thing, and it worked until it didn't. And so a coach introduced me into the idea of transformational leadership. Instead of giving orders, I learned how to empower my team to think strategically, to own their roles, and to grow in their leadership. And that one shift, it changed the way that I lead, and it changed our culture. And so my encouragement to you is to find someone who is 5 to 10 years ahead of where you are or where you want to be, and then invest in coaching. Surround yourself with people who push you to level up. And then layer number 3 is masterminds. If books and coaching are learning from one other person, it's masterminds where you get to learn from an entire community. There's something really powerful about sitting in a room with like-minded leaders who are on the same journey as you, solving problems, sharing wins, challenging each other to grow. Look, if I'm honest, I never would have started Texan Church if it weren't for a mastermind group that I was a part of. It was in one of those sessions that the entire idea came to life for me. It gave me the space to refine the concept, to get feedback, and to build confidence. And here's the key. Masterminds, they only work if you show up and you contribute. You have to give as much as you take. And then the 4th layer for me is courses and trainings. This is where you go deep on a specific skill. So when Caleb, one of our directors, he stepped into a new role, we didn't just say, hey, good luck. No, we hired a coach to work with him monthly to give him the training that he needed to thrive. And so sometimes what you need isn't general leadership advice, it's targeted learning. You've got to fill the gaps with intention. And so books and podcasts and coaches and mentors and masterminds and trainings, that's the leadership growth stack. You don't need to tackle all 4 of these layers at once, just pick one. Start small and then build from there. Because leadership is not about having all the answers. It's about staying committed to growth. And if you're ready to start building your own growth rhythm, then I've created a resource to help. It's called the 30-Day Leadership Growth Plan, and it's packed with the exact daily and monthly habits that I use to grow as a leader and to stay aligned with my team. There's 4 simple daily actions, 1 powerful monthly rhythm, and then tools and templates to help you to stay consistent. So grab your free copy. You can start stacking your leadership growth 1 habit at a time. And my hope is this. I hope that we can grow together.